shining bright, speaking words of power, bathed in holy light. They called us children, said they'd lift us high, but I saw the chains reflected in the sky. I won't bow, I won't kneel. I see through the lies, I know what's real. They come in light, but their hands bring fright. Lucifer's fire, bringing wisdom's light. Miracles and wonders, tricks for the blind. Praise God on your knees, rewrite your mind. They whisper salvation, promise rebirth. You get a grave down under the earth. I won't bow, I won't kneel. I see through the lies, I know what's real. They come in light, but their words bring night. Lucifer's fire, bringing knowledge light. You think you found heaven, it's a cosmic trap. Kneel to their gospel and you won't come back. One by one the faithful fade away, raptured away into their eternal grave. Their prophets cry, the kingdom's here, but I see control and I see the fear. They claim divinity, demand our trust. Their holy plan, our people turn to dust. I won't bow, I won't kneel. I see through the lies, I know what's real. They come in light, but their plans are a fright. Lucifer's fire bringing truth, what's wrong from right. So when the sky opens and the false gods descend, will you stand and fight or kneel and bend? Will you stand in the face of your God? Or will you run in fear, rejecting your facade? I choose fire, I choose the fight. I bring the dawn, I am the light. I bring the dawn, I am the light. I bring the dawn, I am the light.
everybody, and good morning. This is Sonoria the Destroyer at Woke Radio, AM 666 on your internet dial. But we got a lot to talk about. Man, I don't know what the hell is going on. I think the world is going friggin' crazy. I swear. I mean, well, we'll get into it. Don't worry about that. But let me get onto my other camera there, and let's open up this here, right here, beep. All right, this here is, this is my, let me get rid of those filters. I got that color key going on there. It's a little bit kind of, a little too much. What? Hey, did I miss one? Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. Ah! Oh, man. Anyway, yeah, so, like, Hegseth has called a meeting of all the top generals in the whole wide world. But in the United States, like 4-star generals. I think there's like over 400 of them. So, what in the hell's up with that? There hasn't been anything like that done for only a couple times, you know, and it's always been like war, all right? So, I don't know, Trump's been talking shit, you know, about Russia, but you know he's pansy and probably back out. And he's been talking a bunch of smack about Argentina. Or no, Venezuela. Want to go down there? I don't know what to tell you, man, but I do know what we're going to do right now. We're going to play another tune. It's called, hang on a second here. It's called Murder in the Name of God. I hope you like it.
Israel has become what it once feared. A state practicing calculated annihilation. The resemblance to Nazi methodology is no longer abstract. It is procedural. Indiscriminate bombing, collective punishment, civilian infrastructure marked for ruin, entire populations treated as subhuman obstacles to something they call security. This is not defense. This is domination, disguised as survival. It is genocide, engineered through policy, executed with technological detachment, and sanitized through public relations. Refusing to fight Hamas face to face. The Israeli military hides behind artillery, airstrikes, mass displacement, because it's easier to kill from a drone screen than to face your enemy with equal risk. That is not courage. That is not war. That is institutionalized cowardice. It all lies the myth, the ancient claim to land and to more exceptionality, dragged out of the Bronze Age and used to justify modern war crimes, chosen this as a license to kill. That is not faith. That is fascism in sacred robes. This cycle is not unique. The colonized become the colonizers. The persecuted become the persecutors. But history will not care about your trauma when you become the trauma for generations to come. The United States funds this, enables this, defends this, not because it is just, but because it is geopolitical.
more politically useful and theologically convenient to its own deranged factions. This is not the moral high ground. It is a pit. And Israel, by its own hand, has joined the ranks of those it once condemned. No scripture, no slogan, no denial can cleanse the blood now flowing through the streets of Gaza. You want names? Fine. Let's speak plainly. Benjamin Netanyahu, war criminal in a suit. You call it defense, but the charred bodies of Gaza's children say otherwise. You walk in the shadow of the Reich, justifying genocide with the same dead words: security, order, destiny. Your airstrikes are not justice. They are ritual slaughter, drenched in theology, broadcast like war porn. Donald Trump, blasphemer in chief. You moved the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, not for diplomacy, but to feed the prophecy drunk cult that believes fire in the Middle East will summon their Messiah. You unleashed the Christian fascists and handed them a flamethrower. Evangelicals, false prophets of the apocalypse. You say you love Israel? No. You love the idea of Israel dying in fire so Jesus can descend. It is a death pact, signed in blood, celebrated like a halftime show, cheered on by necromancers with voting booths. Fundamentalist Hebrews, you desecrate your own past. You invoke Torah while crushing the innocent. You wear your persecution like armor, and your myths like chains. You dare call it divine will as you starve children behind razor wire. Then may your God weep blood for what you've done in his name. Let's not pretend the plan is there, hiding in plain sight. Flatten Gaza! Displace the people! Clear the path to Jerusalem! Raise the dome of the rock! Build the third temple! And force the world into holy war! You think this is prophecy? It's not! It's suicide theology! And you're dragging the rest of us into your funeral pyre! You want the temple? You want your Messiah? Then light the match! Cowards! But know this. The mushrooms will sprout. The ash will choke the world. The sky will blacken with the smoke of your hubris. And history will not forgive you. It will curse your name as it curses the name of Nazism. There is no holy war, only war! There is no divine right, only raw power, dressed in meth. There is no salvation, only blood, only fire, and the silence of a world too afraid to speak. But I will speak. You are the architects of annihilation. You are the priesthood of death. And you will be remembered not as heroes, not as the chosen, but as butchers standing on a mountain of skulls, screaming glory into the flames of our extinction!
These people are fucking crazy. Did you see that? Look at here. Let's go up a little bit. Look at that. What the hell? These people are nuts. Now Hexus wants to make a bunch of gathering of all those generals or whatever. What are they gonna do? Go help kill people in Gaza? What? You're gonna go kill people in Venezuela? Where? What? What is he doing? I don't think it's about like firing a bunch of people. Here, I'll show you. They got like Hexus. I hate that guy. Can't see. Yeah, I'm not much of a touch typer. I'm a look typer. I can do some touch typing, but I just never did learn how to do that. Look at this here. Military officials summoned to Virginia for meeting with Pete Hegseth. Ugh. Here, turn the sound up a little bit on that thing.
Pentagon is buzzing after Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth called hundreds of top generals and admirals to Quantico next Tuesday, September 30th. The sudden meeting comes amid recent firings and Hegseth's push to reorganize the Defense Department, including cutting generals and renaming it the Department of War. The meeting comes as the U.S. is reportedly shifting focus to homeland defense and away from China as America's top security risk.
New at 10, the U.S. and Turkey are strengthening.
Look at that, though. What's up with that? I don't know. I don't trust Trump. I don't trust Hegseth. Trump said that if, like, they shut down the government, he's gonna, like, fire a whole bunch of people. The guy is evil. he only thinks of vindictive bullcrap to try to screw everybody over and feel powerful like a big shot or something. He thinks he's like thinks he's like the, I don't know, the weird idiot as far as I'm concerned. I don't like him. But you can probably tell I don't like him. You know, I'm doing something here. I'm playing with my filters. Hey, how about that? I had a lot of fun with this here thing. Yeah, I'm big into playing Grand Theft Auto. I was like live streaming a whole bunch of Grand Theft Auto for years and years and years. Yeah, nobody ever hardly watched my live stream, so I'm like, the hell would I do? What I like to do is like do this politicking, because I used to be a delegate in the Democratic Party, and I was a precinct chair and stuff. But now I just kick back and do my own thing, like doing these videos and playing music and doing my show. As a matter of fact, let's play some more music. It's a new song. Oh yeah, here, look, see, watch your mouth. It's in review, and Saints and Sinners got sent to the stores, so I'm so happy about that. That's 7. I got to work more. I got to get more inspiration. I got some inspiration this morning. Like it's here, yeah. This speeches that I made this morning just for you. I think it's pretty important. It's about nonpartisanship. We need to have nonpartisanship big time. We can't have these guys like picking a Speaker of the House out of their own party. Could you imagine if you went to the baseball match and the first team got up, right? So the first team, they get to pick out whichever umpire they want to have. So the umpire gets up there and he does his thing, right? And then the next team gets up, and that umpire, he's gone. The next team gets to pick their own umpire. So each team gets to pick their own umpire at the baseball game. Now, to me, in my way of thinking, that'd be like total chaos, right? Because each umpire would be like ruling for their own baseball team. So they get picked to be umpire again. Dig it? And that's what kind of a House of Representatives we got. We got a House of Representatives that picks, each party picks their own umpire or their own Speaker of the House. So, in other words, that chair, the Speaker of the House chair, that don't belong to you. That don't belong to me. It belongs to those parties, right? It belongs to that party agenda. And if you want proof of it, you go look at Mike Pence, right? Let's see. Your house, not the party's house. We'll play these two back to back. First, we'll play Your House, Not the Party House. Then House Rule 25, Nonpartisan Leadership. I think this would solve a shitload of problems. If you think so too, or if you got any ideas about it, golly, I sure would like to hear them. You know, any ideas we can get is better than nothing. Because I hear a lot of people complaining, but not much putting it or offered in the way of real solid ideas. I can hear nothing but same old bullcrap. But here you go anyway. Your house, not the party's house.
The founders warned us. They warned us about faction, about the lure of party over people. They said, beware the chains that bind a house to itself. And yet, here we stand. Gridlock. broken promises, trust shattered, because party has triumphed over people. Your house, not their party.
Your house, not their party.
Representatives exist to serve us,
Not the party.
not their agenda.
Us.
See the stalled bills, watch the tweets, hear the debates. Words loud, progress silent, empty speeches, paper headlines, all shouting, we serve the party, not the people. We will raise our voices, we will sign our names, we will fill the halls, town halls, squares, screens, wherever justice can hear us. Moderates, independence, watchdogs, join the rhythm of fairness, the cadence of accountability. We will measure them, we will name them, the nonpartisan leadership index. Every vote, every decision, every committee chair laid bare. We will see who serves the people and who serves only themselves.
A mother waits for aid.
A worker watches bills die,
Children inherit broken promises.
all because someone chose party over people.
Independent oversight.
Annual scorecards,
A mirror to the house.
not a power grab.
But a reflection of what democracy demands.
Your house, not their party.
Stand. Watch. Demand. Repeat. Until the house remembers who it truly serves. That's you.
All right, guys, I'm going to pound on this every show until it's done or I'm dead, because this is so vitally important to have a nonpartisan Speaker of the House and a nonpartisan committee chairs, all of them. Just go to C-SPAN and look at how these guys, I pulled up in a minute, but anyway, look at how they act. The party installed committee chairs. Look how they act. Jim Jordan and the rest of them. Jim Jordan, he's the worst of them, in my opinion. But there's plenty of others that are just as bad. If not, well, I said he's the worst of it. He's bad. You know, we can't have parties picking out these chairs. That's our committee. That's our house. We own it. The people own it. So whenever the Democratic Party gains power in 2026, they had better make a rule requiring the Speaker of the House to be a nonpartisan. I'm telling you, because if we don't have that, we're going to have nothing more but the same old crap that we've been putting up for years and years and years with. I'm sick of it. Anyway, like I say, don't get me started. Right? Anyhow, there's a House Rule 26 for nonpartisan leadership. It is a rule that could be enacted in the House. There's nothing stopping them except partisanship.
Rule 25. Nonpartisan. Leadership. Section 1. Definitions. 1. Nonpartisan, not affiliated with or influenced by any political party or organization. 2. Speaker of the House, the presiding officer of the United States House of Representatives. 3. Committee chairperson, the head of any standing, select, or joint committee within the House of Representatives. Section 2. Nonpartisan requirements. 1. Relinquishment of party affiliations. Upon election or appointment, the Speaker of the House and all committee chairpersons must relinquish any affiliations with political parties or organizations. They must officially change their registration to independent or a similar nonpartisan designation within their state or district. They must not participate in any activities, events, or functions organized by any political party during their tenure. 2. Oath of nonpartisanship. The Speaker of the House and all committee chairpersons must take an oath to conduct the business of the House or committee in a strictly nonpartisan manner. The oath shall be as follows. I solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of my office without regard to partisan considerations, and will conduct the business of the House or committee in a fair, impartial, and nonpartisan manner to the best of my ability. Section 3. Provisions for maintaining nonpartisanship. 1. Review and oversight. An independent oversight committee, abbreviated as IOC, shall be established to monitor and review the activities of the Speaker of the House and all committee chairpersons to ensure adherence to nonpartisan principles. The IOC shall be composed of an equal number of members from each major political party and a number of independent members not affiliated with any party to ensure balance and fairness. 2. Grounds for removal. Any evidence of partisanship, including but not limited to participation in partisan activities, biased decision-making, or communication that indicates party favoritism, shall be grounds for investigation by the IOC. A simple majority vote by the IOC is required to initiate a formal investigation. 3. Process for removal. If the IOC determines through a fair and thorough investigation that the Speaker of the House or a committee chairperson has engaged in partisan conduct, they shall recommend removal. A 2/3 majority vote in the House of Representatives is required to remove the Speaker or a committee chairperson based on the IOC's recommendation. 4. Succession. In the event of removal, the Deputy Speaker or the Vice Chair of the committee shall assume the role temporarily until a new nonpartisan leader is elected or appointed. Section 4. Enforcement and penalties. 1. Penalties for noncompliance. Violations of this rule shall result in disciplinary action, including but not limited to censure, removal from position, and ineligibility for future leadership roles within the House of Representatives. The IOC is responsible for determining appropriate penalties for non-compliance, subject to approval by a majority vote of the House. 2. Reporting and transparency. The IOC shall publish an annual report on the nonpartisan conduct of the Speaker of the House and committee chairpersons, including any investigation, findings, and actions taken. All reports shall be made publicly available to ensure transparency and accountability. Section 5. Amendments and inviolability. 1. Amendment process. Any changes or amendments to this rule must be proposed in writing and require a 2/3 majority vote in the House of Representatives for adoption. 2. Inviolability of the rule. This rule may not be suspended, nor may any provisions be waived under any circumstances on the House floor or elsewhere. It remains in effect at all times to ensure continuous enforcement and compliance by implementing these provisions. The House of Representatives aims to foster a more collaborative, fair, and nonpartisan legislative process that prioritizes the interest of the American people over party politics.
There you have it. Nonpartisan leadership in the House of Representatives. If you want that gridlock to be unlocked, if you want to get something done except for a bunch of bickering and griping and backbiting and backstabbing and everything, nonpartisan Speaker of the House. They are the ones who pick out which bills go to the floor. They pick out like all these committees and everything, the steering committee. There's nothing in the Constitution that says that the Speaker of the House has to be from the House floor. Nothing. It could be the local dog catcher. Dig what I'm saying? So if the next in 2026, whenever the House convenes, if they put forth that rule, they'll pick somebody who's nonpartisan, and it won't be anybody like the old Mike Johnson or any of those, Boner or whatever, any of them. They'll try to find somebody who's the most nonpartisan person they can find, because they'll be afraid to give the other team an advantage and get the oversight committee on them and shit. Dig it? Gotta have this. I'm telling you, we have absolutely gotta have this. I don't know how much I can reiterate that, because man, I feel it so much. I feel it. That's what we have to have. Anyhow, like now you got Trump. He's going after Comey, and Comey's standing firm. And I'm with Comey because I don't think he's perfect by a long shot, but I don't think that he did anything like lying to Congress and all that kind of stuff. Trump, he's just a vindictive son of a bitch that wants to get revenge any old way he can. We all know it. We all saw the untruths from that fucking untruth social garbage crap. So you gotta watch your mouth. That's what he wants. He wants us to watch our mouth. You gotta toe the line or else you get in trouble. Fuck that. I made a song called Watch Your Mouth, and you can see it right there it's like in review. All right? I love that. That's so much fun. But anyway, here you go. Watch your mouth. It's intense now. You get ready for being intensified.
Said it was the lunatic leftist.
Blame the wrong people, ones he detested. If you're dead, you can't speak. No reply. If you're dead, you can't speak. That's no lie. Politicians
like it. All right, let's go back here and look at which is going to be our next song to play. Okay, so we played that one. We'll play the next one back, which is in review, called My Cookies. First, I got to find where I put it. Oh, man, oh, here it is right now. All right, here we go. My Cookies.
My cookies in their belly. Walk down to the grocery store. Dogs follow while laughing at me. Woe is me, no cookie glee. I wanna eat my round. Yummy, they are so good, it's understood. If me no dogs don't steal. Told them they can stuff it. Some cookies over on a shelf, made by a cartoon tree bound elf. I had to have them, make them mine. Old lady grabbed them just in time. Woe is me, no cookie glee. I wanna eat my round. Yummy, they are so good, it's understood. If me no dogs don't steal them. I begged her, please don't take that pack. She smiled and gently handed back with love and smile she gave to me. Now I'm as happy as can be. No, woe is me, got my cookie prize. Now I eat with happy eyes. They are so good, it's understood. If me no dogs don't steal.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Digital apostate, My Cookies. Oh, mean old dog's trying to steal her cookies. So what's up with that? Hey, all right. So now we go back to the next one. It's Saints and Sinners. And I just noticed something right here. I'll play it from where I got it at. This will be released September 29th. Here we go.
Tension rising,
People crying,
everyone knows what's up. Pointing fingers,
making singers.
everyone is pissed.
The haylanger.
The whole damn system.
Rotten to the core.
and sinners foam with hate.
Yeah, born with hate. You know what? There must be something wrong if common old folk like me are writing songs like that. You know, I got inspired somehow, and it wasn't just out of being me. I'm not vindictive. Trump is vindictive. Anyway, let's play this song next. It's called Wannabe Dictator by Digital Apostate. You'll like it. I think you'll love it. I'm bragging up my songs today, hyping them up. Here you go. Wannabe Dictator. Oh, I'll give you a little background on this song. Because Trump, he acts like a dick, and he looks like a freaking tater, so he got his wish. He's a dictator. But he really does act like a damn dictator.
Ever since he was a young boy, he had a dream of the perfect toy. Plans laid out to be a hater, the goal
To be a dictator.
acting like a crook, he was a little prick, earned a nickname.
Tiny Dick
Cramming Mickey D's burgers,
was a hater.
ate so many,
He looked like a tater.
bratty kid.
Causing a spat.
Mom and dad had enough of that.
Packed him off to military school.
Well, they thought he'd follow all the rules, got tired of the fool.
Sent him to military school.
Then he grew up and wanted military, real even so.
That proved he was a fool. Fools were nothing to his mind. He dreamed of power of a different kind. Grew up fast with a greedy heart. To be a dictator, he would do his part.
In Atlantic City, a casino bar with some mob money.
And a greedy thought.
Use it like a piggy bank.
Thought he was in the know.
When the bills come in,
Out the door he goes.
bills came due.
Ooh,
What you gonna do when they come for you?
run to daddy and beg for a bailout.
Millions in chips,
There was no cash out.
casino empty.
Their dreams went bust.
Creditors lost all their trust.
Couldn't pay, so he said, oopsie.
When the casino went in bankruptcy,
One day way up in his high tower, just right after another golden shower, he got an idea he could share. Him and Mrs. going down Golden Stair.
down a golden
He
stair.
had to share.
He wanted to be the press.
Way over there.
He got a team of lawyers and crooks.
Started scheming to cook the books.
There was one book they forgot to cook.
It was the Epstein file from another crook. Now we trying to prevent legal action by lying and cooking up distraction. The pig's on a spit, getting roasted slow. Apple in his mouth, putting on a show. Acting like a dick, looking muddy bitter. Goodbye, Lenny Friday, got to be a dictator.
Dictator. Oh, hey, I gotta show you this here. Like, look, some person by the name of, what's her name? Uncovered Biblical History and Traditions. Anyway, they put this on here saying that Stonehenge mystery was solved. Hebrew astronomers, they're trying to say that Stonehenge was built by like one of the forgotten tribes of Israel, like as if Celtic people are that. They try to claim up everything, right? Honestly, here, let me do this here and get that comment, because I made a comment about that shit right here. Let me zoom it in a little bit. All right. I said, fascinating. If by builders of Stonehenge you mean Celtic and you mean Celtic ancestors, my Celtic ancestors, not Hebrews. Also, nice AI player. Did your robot historian write this? And so the cat, he comments back, "You're real bright." So I commented back, sarcasm noted. Still, Stonehenge equals Celtic ancestors. How's that for brilliance? And now somebody, just today I noticed it, the Celts were part of the tribes of Israel that migrated to Europe almost 2,000 years before Christ. Bull hockey. Why don't you just be proud of your own ancestors instead of trying to do cultural misappropriation? Well, I wrote about that right here. That's a British Israelism myth, not history. Archaeology and genetics show Celts were Indo-European, not Israelites. The Hallstatt and Latine cultures emerged in Central Europe centuries before the Hebrew tribes even migrated. Celts don't need a borrowed origin. They had their own brilliance in art, language, and spirituality. To be proud of that. And you know what? I looked it up and found out that while the Celtic people were doing like the Hallstatt and the Theme and all that kind of stuff, the Hebrews, they were still in like scattered villages, not doing much. You know, they weren't doing like ironworks, great ironworks and all that. So I start wondering sometimes if they have got like an inferiority complex. That's why they try to misappropriate everything, right? Because they felt like they just didn't quite cut the snip whenever it's compared to the Persian Empire, the Egyptian Empire, and all that. You know, so they have to like overcompensate by, oh yeah, Stonehenge, Israel. Whatever it is, Israel. Any great achievement of the earth, Israel, lost tribes. That's what it was. And even in South America, those pyramids over there or down there, Israel, Hebrews. Now come on. Israel, the Hebrews, they did great things, you know, like civilization kind of thing. And everybody else did their own thing. Yeah, I can't be like, okay, my ancestors were Celtic people, right? I can't be going, oh yeah, Alaric, yeah, man, he was descended from Celtic people, because then it would be true, right? He's God, okay? They might have a little interrelationship there, but don't be go misappropriate junk, all right? Damn, Israel, I'm getting sick and tired of this with Israel, because they think they're so damn high and mighty, they're ruining everything for everybody else. They think that they really think that either they really think God is behind them and will sanction any last thing they do, or they're just a bunch of greedy bastards in the Knesset and they just want to conquer a bunch of shit and take over Gaza and the West Bank. Now, they sometimes say they don't want to take over the West Bank, but I say they do, or else they wouldn't be allowing all those settlers to move in there and stuff like that there. Here, let's play this one here. I made it 3 months ago. It's called "This Death Cult Wants Nuclear War." Okay, and this has to do with Israel. because it has to do with the Temple Mount. They're trying to rebuild that fucker. That's why they got the with the red heifers and all that shit. And all those videos that I showed you a minute ago while we were playing that song. They wanted to rebuild the Temple Mount so they could do the blood sacrifices again. And the evangelicals think that after it's rebuilt, that the Christians will, I mean, that Jesus will all of a sudden show up for a second coming. So here we go. Come on, little kids. Come on and load up in there. All right, why ain't it loading? Sure, I'll refresh it. Oh, here.
A warning about evangelical extremism.
Yeah.
13 years ago, I had a conversation that rattled me to my core. It permanently changed how I view evangelical Christian extremism, particularly as it connects with power, military structures, and the threat of nuclear annihilation. I was speaking with a retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel, an
I can't blame it. I just pull up the recording that I have. If it keeps on that stuff. Look there, see that little green patch right there? That's on my camera. That's part of my green
evangelical
screen.
Christian about the prospect of rebuilding the third temple in Jerusalem. I asked a simple but chillingly relevant question.
All right, damn it.
Are you concerned about what might happen if people tried to raise the Dome of the Rock to build the temple? Her response made my blood run cold.
Yeah, it did.
If dropping a nuclear bomb on the Dome of the Rock was the only way to get it done, so be it. What would come afterward would be so much better than the world we live in now. That wasn't a theoretical answer. It wasn't an abstract theological statement. It was an expression of belief from someone who had command authority in the U.S. Military, someone who had been entrusted with real-world power, speaking casually about the nuclear eradication of one of Islam's holiest sites, as if the death of millions were a price worth paying for prophecy. How many more people in our government, military, or intelligence agencies harbor similar views?
Yeah.
How far down the nuclear chain of command do you have to go before you find someone who would say no to an apocalyptic order? 1, 2, 10. This isn't paranoia. This is historical realism. This is a recognition of how ideology, especially apocalyptic, death-glorifying ideology, can infiltrate institutions of hard power.
Yep, that's right.
Evangelical Zionism has already injected itself deeply into U.S. foreign policy. Leaders like John Hajji fund illegal Israeli settlements in the West Bank forward Al Jazeera, advocate for war with Iran, and spread the belief that we must aid in the fulfillment of biblical prophecy, including the destruction of the Dome of the Rock and the building of the Third Temple.
Yeah.
Their goal isn't
Crazy.
peace. It's not even justice. It's Armageddon. Evangelical efforts to breed a red heifer, necessary for temple rituals, are another clear example of their readiness to provoke massive geopolitical conflict in service of biblical prophecy, the New Yorker. It's worth noting that fundamentalist evangelical Christians and extremist religious Jews are pursuing the same goal, the destruction of the Dome of the Rock and the rebuilding of the Third Temple, but for very different reasons. The Jewish extremists want the temple rebuilt to restart animal blood sacrifices, a Bronze Age ritual they believe must resume to fulfill Torah commandments. It's a return to primitive theology, one soaked in blood and entirely incompatible with modern ethical frameworks. The evangelicals, on the other hand, couldn't care less about Jewish theology. Their interest in the temple is purely eschatological. They believe it's a necessary step toward the second coming of Christ.
Yeah.
What makes this alliance even more grotesque is that evangelicals also believe every Jew who doesn't accept Jesus will burn in hell for eternity. That's not a bug in their system. It's core doctrine. So let's be clear, this is not a friendship. It's not share values. It's strategic cooperation between two death-driven ideologies, each using the other to bring about their own apocalyptic visions.
That's right.
And the rest of the world is stuck in the middle.
Yep.
This is the theology of death, a theology that prioritizes a mythical afterlife over the lives of the living. That views nuclear war as a purifying fire. That sees millions of human deaths not as a tragedy, but as necessary steps toward the end times. John Hagee's Jerusalem Countdown is a blueprint for this worldview, calling for preemptive strikes on nations like Iran and interpreting every global conflict through a biblical lens. Wikipedia, American Archive. The political reach of groups like Christians United for Israel, CUFI, with millions of members and active lobbying in Congress, ensures this apocalyptic vision translates into real policy. They fight against a two-state solution and push for uncritical U.S. support of Israeli military actions. Send Sam forward. And then there's Donald Trump.
Yeah.
The 45th president of the United States catered relentlessly to evangelical zealots. He moved the U.S. embassy to Jerusalem in 2018, a symbolic act that inflamed tensions across the Middle East and thrilled the end times crowd, BBC. He posed in front of a church holding a Bible upside down after violently clearing peaceful protesters from Lafayette Square and PR, an empty gesture designed solely to appeal to theocratic voters. His alliance with figures like Paula White and his rhetorical nods to divine destiny fueled the fire of evangelical nationalism. And now that he's returned to power, one must ask, would Trump push the button literally or figuratively if his base demanded it?
Probably.
If he believed it would secure loyalty or fulfill his messianic self-image?
Probably.
That's not a rhetorical question. It's a survival question. So no, I'm not being irrational. I'm not being extreme. I'm trying to warn people. Every day we allow this ideology to fester unchallenged in the halls of power. We edge closer to annihilation. If religious extremists in other countries talked openly about nuking Jerusalem to fulfill their prophecy, we'd call them terrorists. When it's an American wearing a cross and a flag pin, we call them faithful and look the other way. That has to end. We must break the camel's back. Not with violence, but with truth, with courage, and with relentless public resistance to this toxic, apocalyptic belief system. We must confront the evangelical death cult before their dream of holy fire becomes our collective nightmare. Stop playing patty cake with fanatical religion. Name it, shame it, push it out of power before it's too late.
They got tons and tons of shame, that's for sure. It's really a cult. So I think it is a death cult. The evangelical Christians, because honestly, that lady that it was referred to, talking to her, and she told me that if dropping a nuclear bomb on the Temple Mount was the only way to bring back Jesus, so be it, because whatever would come next would be so much better than what we have now. I'll never forget that. I couldn't hardly believe it. That totally opened my eyes, having that conversation. Thank you, lady, wherever you are. I hope you have abandoned that bullshit, because I haven't forgot about it. There you go. I think it's bullshit, man. They're trying to drag us down into freaking hell. All right, now, next song we're going to play, or speechy kind. Oh, no. We'll play like a song first, and then we're going to play this here. The Sword of Perseus, exposing gorgons of hate. and chaos. And this is talking about what's going on now and like, you know, reflecting it up against Greek mythology. Anyway, we played Wannabe Dictator, didn't we? Yeah, it'd be funny if Trump saw that. I hope he sees it, because I think he's a dick and looks like a dictator. This one here, Center Stores, Depths of My Hate by Digital Apostate. This is the depths of my hatred towards the current administration. Hey, where's that? Oh, here it is, down here. All right, here we go.
Rivers of my hate run deep into the valleys of my heart. Neither height nor depth nor mountain too wide could show you the depths of my hate. Into the sun, far beyond the sky, 1,000 tears that I have cried could never show you the depths of my hate. Way beyond the seas, throughout all eternity, could never show you the depths of my hate. Forgiveness beyond measure, never memories to treasure, not hate. Written as a lullaby, enchanted nightmares of you and us could never show you the depths of my hate. The depths of my hate. Hating you, rejecting you eternally will show you the depths of my hate. Miles in time, song and rhyme, money or gain, life or pain could never show you the depths of my hate. Way beyond the seas, throughout all eternity, could never show you the depths of my hate.
Yeah, here we go. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah.
Hating you, rejecting you eternally will show you the depths of my hate. Hating you, rejecting you eternally will show you the depths of my hate. Miles in time, song and rhyme, money or gain, life or pain could never show you the depths of my hate. Miles in time, song and rhyme, money or gain, life or pain could never show depths of my hate. Oftentimes song and rhyme, money or gain, life or pain could never show you the depths of my hate. Oftentimes song and rhyme.
There you go, the depths of my hate. How do you like it? I hope you like it. I think it's pretty dad blame cool. Even down here in the fiery depths of hell. All right, now the next tune. Oh no, wait a minute. I said we're gonna play that Perseus one first. I need to like put this one out there, I think, on or upload it to Ditto. Anyway, that's pretty cool. This is the sword of Perseus exposing gorgons of hate and chaos. I'm going to put it on 720. That ought to go a little better. All right now. I'm really loading up my bandwidth right now. I got a 1,000 megabits per second. I'll just do like this, and that ought to help it out.
You'll love analyzing this. I recently watched a video by a young influencer who calls himself Salty Cracker, sponsored by Burnskin Tactical Supply Co. He mocked people losing their jobs, people who had celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk. He used slurs, insults, demeaning nonsense. My first reaction, rage, human rage, disbelief, moral outrage, that primal itch to strike back. Then I paused, I breathed, I realized something crucial. I was standing before a mirror, not his, but mine. Life gives each of us a mirror. How we use it determines the reflection we see. Perseus faced Medusa not directly, but through the reflection of his shield, the legendary mirror. Without it, he would have failed. Like him, I used my mirror of experience to see clearly, without being destroyed by chaos. The young man has 30 years of life and 38 more. He'll be my age. What kind of mirror will his life forge? A mirror clouded with anger and ignorance, or clarity forged through reflection? This is dread. Imagining a mirror dirtied by hate rather than polished by insight. This is where the sword comes in. Life experience is a blade, sharp, honed, capable of cutting deep, but only as effective as the wielder's precision. One strike, delivered with purpose, carries far more weight than a dozen uncontrolled swings. Observing Salty Cracker, I recognize the danger of an untrained blade. Words must be wielded with intention. They expose, rot, illuminate truth, then step back. Let your shield's reflection work. Different situations demand different swords. Choose wisely. Pocket knife, subtle, precise cuts, correcting misstatements, exposing hypocrisy. Stiletto, deeper, sharper strikes, dissecting arguments, puncturing falsehoods. Great sword, the sword of Perseus, Moments of moral imperative when exposure must land fully. When rot must be revealed without hesitation. The mirror, like Perseus' shield, has legendary dimension. It lets you see the Gorgon clearly, cruelty, ignorance, hate, without being petrified. Every glance teaches discernment. Every reflection is a choice. Act with rage or act with purpose. Identify your blade. Pocket knife for subtle corrections, stiletto for deep cuts, great sword for moral imperatives. Measure distance, observe, understand context, consequences. Strike with clarity. One phrase beats multiple impulsive statements, truth, logic, evidence. Let silence work after striking. Pause, reflection settles. A statement hanging in air is a sword held high, imposing unforgettable. The young provocateur is a modern Gorgon enthralled to Cetus by chaos, destructive, unthinking. Our monster is fed by dark forces. Trump is a MAGA. Yet each of us can be a modern Perseus. Sword ready, mirror in hand, seeing clearly, striking decisively, passing lessons forward. Mirror, sword, pause, strike. Tools of discernment, instruments of wisdom. Salty cracker and others serve as reminders. Every procator faces their mirror. The question, will they and we wield blades with intention? To expose rot, illuminate truth, guide rather than destroy, without purpose.
There you go, you guys. Okay. I don't know if you know about that myth or not, but like Perseus, he had that shield, and it was mirror shield, so he held it. He could see the Gorgon through the shield, so he could strike the Gorgon without looking at the Gorgon, and thus defeat the Gorgon without turning into stone and being petrified junk. And then finally beat Cetus, the giant sea monster. So, Gorgon, those with all the snakes in their head and all that, that's like these people that go around spouting all kinds of garbage, trying to stir up trouble and everything. They're the Gorgon. And Cetus is the whole fucking system. How do you like that? I'm into truth, I'm not into pulling punches, because like the Democratic Party, for instance, they have been much too mild for far too long with the Republicans. I mean, let's face it, they even had a slogan: if they go low, we go high. And where did that get them? It got them nowhere. Because if they go low and you go high, they take it as a encouragement to go even lower. And you know that's true because you have seen it with your own eyes for the last decade. Here, this is what I think about the Republican Party and Trumpism and all that. You're like the whore of Babylon, you know, like in the New Testament. They think it's the whore of Babylon. Here we go. Let's play this whore of Babylon song.
You invoke his name like a holy relic. Act like you mean it. All idyllic. But your altar drips with the blood of the poor. Republican Party, Babylon the whore. Lincoln broke chains.
You forge them anew.
Lincoln wore the tyranny.
His work you undo.
You think you fool us?
You name drop Lincoln.
Now we know it's BS.
Your words are stinking.
Party of Lincoln.
Give me a break.
You turned your backs.
Now you're fakes.
Lincoln, my butt.
You're the party of Davis.
Sold your soul to Mammon.
Try to enslave us.
The party of lynch mobs.
A party of hate.
When they die, they walk through Hell's Gate. The party that starves children.
Deaf to their moans.
Only caring about power.
They fatten billionaires on the bones.
Lincoln broke chains.
You forge them anew.
Lincoln wore the tyranny.
His work you undo.
You think you fool us?
You name drop Lincoln.
Now we know it's BS.
Your words are stinking.
Party of Lincoln.
Don't you even dare.
You desecrate his grave.
Confederate statues everywhere.
Lincoln built bridges in a nation torn apart.
Deep inside you cared not even from the start.
Fuck you, liars!
You are not the party of Lincoln.
Fuck you, liars!
Everything you say is stinking.
The party of lies.
Party of cruelty.
The party of cowardice.
And we all see.
The party of genocide at home and abroad. Your days are numbered.
You're nothing but a fraud.
Keep your slogans.
Keep your flag.
Your rotted myths.
Don't wanna hear you brag.
The truth burns hotter than your lies when the people wake.
Your party dies.
They call themselves the party of Lincoln. Hear this truth and let it sink in. Freedom was a side effect of the war, not the goal.
Republican Babylon the whore.
They waged a war to save the nation, not to raise the enslaved from subjugation, emancipation.
Yes.
But the chessboard shifted.
Then promises less.
Millions free
But just a side effect.
behind closed doors.
No respect.
Lincoln could keep the nation.
Let slavery stay.
Only party power mattered anyway. Lincoln broke chains.
You forge them anew.
Lincoln wore the tyranny.
His work you undo.
You think you fool us?
You name drop Lincoln.
Now we know it's BS.
Your words are stinking.
I'm running. Let's get together, talk, and have a beer.
I'm down. Let's get together, talk, and have beer. You know, it's not like me against you or you against me or the right against the left, except for in the high towers of power. Us common folk that work for a living, that try to make ends meet, work at the Dollar General or at the automotive factory or wherever. We just want the same thing. A good life for our kids, a roof over our head, you know, some food, some enjoyment for life. So let's have it, you know. Let's not like be at each other's throats. Let's not let a bunch of rich saps put us at each other's throats. Because you know why they're doing it? They're doing it. There's like they're going, hey, look over there. Don't look at me at what I'm doing. Don't look at me picking your pocket. Look over there. Don't look at the Epstein files. Look over there. You dig what I'm saying? Us common folks, we all need to stick together. And I'm sure that a lot of folks who voted for Trump are finding that out, because I've been seeing a lot of videos of people thinking, well, or saying on YouTube, you can find them, well, I don't know why in the hell I voted for Trump. Nothing's getting better, things getting worse, you know, blah, blah. They're disenchanted, and I don't blame them, because Trump promised them the moon and the stars and gave them nothing, gave them the gutter he took from them. Anyway, it's Friday, all right? Friday, do or die day. So let's enjoy ourselves. It's the weekend. I know, or it's coming up the weekend. We got to get through this day here, but let's enjoy ourselves. We're going to get through this together. They can't stop us. There's like 400,000 common folks for every single billionaire in this country. So don't ever forget that. So let's play this Friday Do or Die Day song and have fun.
American pie we take, master craftsmen, America we make. Monday morning, rise with the sun, hands to the tools, the work's begun. Every nail and beam, our work in totality. We build our world, we build reality. And I don't see. We gotta keep humping, keep on pumping. Our work is fine, it's known. We pay attention to what we're doing. Master craftsmen to the bone. Gang boss say, hey, what you got? Strength, sweat, blood, and grit. Our time and devotion.
that day, man, I don't work anymore. I'm like old, disabled. I work my ass off though. 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, months on end. And goddamn, sometimes Friday didn't mean jack shit to me because I'd come in Saturday and do another 12. Those airplanes, they had to get out. You know, you had to come in. Those planes, they got to get built and flown. There you go. Anyway, hey, there's a song that I wrote 3/31/2025. It's called Hippie in the Night. See, I consider myself to be one of the last hippies because when I was a runaway teenager back in the early 1970s, I was hitchhiking all over Florida, and I was hitchhiked in South Florida, and some bus that was all painted up, just like a hippie bus, you know, with the flowers and everything, you know, it was all colorful and shit. It was so cool. And inside of it was all fixed up. They picked me up, a bunch of hippies. We all rode around for months, you know, just doing our thing, being hippies. But let me tell you something now. Being a hippie wasn't all like, all rosebuds, all right? There was some tragedy of being a hippie, all right? I'm not, you can know, I just tell you, like overdoses, breakups, and oh God. Anyway, we'll play this Hippie in the Night. Here we go.
I heard the dog barking late at night. He woke me up to see the sight. I looked out the window and got a fright. There was a hippie dancing circles tight. The hippie danced around, knocked my yard gnome to the ground. Underneath there was something I found, the key to a place over by the sound. I looked at window pane, little square of paper goes to the brain. Mr. Natural was his name, he went down in hippie fame. The sound of laughter, the sound of fun, the noise of people eating a bun, hopping around while the mind goes away. Even saw a couple rolling in the hay. Rolling in the hay, I asked, they didn't say, are you gonna do that all day? Without a word they nodded to say, we rolling in the hay all day. I looked at window pane, little square of paper goes to the brain. Mr. Natural was his name, he went down in hippie fame. Over by the fountain of soda pop, a pig was happy eating slop. I walked over to look at big fat pig. Pig said, join in slop, I can dig. I stuffed my face with lots of slop. I stuffed so much I thought my face would pop. Then the pig looked at me and said, keep eating like that and soon you'll be dead. I looked at window pane, little square of paper goes to the brain. Mr. Natural was his name, he went down in hippie fame. Put down my straw, put down my spoon, made my way to Soda Pop Lagoon. I slurped it up, had to have a drink. That pig slop I ate really stank. As I strolled past the soda tide, a frog in a tux came for a ride. He jumped on a lily with a cane in hand, said, welcome friend to Fizzy Land. I looked at window pane, little square of paper goes to the brain. Mr. Natural was his name, he went down in hippie fame. He burped a tune, then gave a bow. You're part of the story, baby, and how? I asked him quick, what do you mean? He winked and vanished in whipping cream. A cotton candy cloud rolled by with plaid flamingos baking pie. They offered me a slice or two, then rowed away in pink canoe. Telling riddles, casting spells. He said the door you're looking for is underneath the apple core. I dug around old apple tree. What I found astonished me. A stairway made of jelly beans. It led to the in-between. I looked at window pane. Little square of paper goes to the brain. Mr. Natural was his name. He went down in hippie fame. Mr. Natural was his name. Went down in hippie fame. Little square of paper to the brain. Mr. Natural make you insane. Took a step and then I tripped into a world banana flipped. The sky was pink, the trees were cake. A marshmallow moon sat on a lake. I saw that hippie once again. Now wearing wings, sipping gin. He said you passed the dancing test. Now welcome to the land of yes.
That's Hippie in the Night. I hope you like it. I think it's pretty damn cool. It's like, what's about window pane? That is a form of LSD that was going around back in the day. Call it window pane. Boy, let me tell you. You want to, well, no, don't. I'm not giving you any advice on that. Right? But it's trippy as fuck. Anyway, let's play this here song called Dropped Pop. It's kind of silly tune about someone who dropped the popsicle and they love them and they want to have it even if it has dirt on it, all right? Here we go.
Pop, Tootsie Papa, Papa, damn it, dropped my Tootsie Pop into the dirt. Pop, picked it up, brushed it off, not a chance I'd stop. Sweets too rare to waste, even with the dirt flop. Hey, Jimmy, did you see it drop?
Tootsie Papa, Papa, damn it, drop. You want me to buy another 50 cents a pop? Digging deeper in my pockets, girl, you just won't stop. Sweets too rare to waste, even with dirt on a Tootsie Pop.
Tootsie Papa, Papa, never stop. Even if it drops, we'll make it pop. Woo!
Oh, Ellen, come to you a good finish.
Tootsie Pop, 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 damn it dropped my Tootsie Pop into the dirt. Picked it up, brushed it off, not a chance I'd stop. Sweets too rare to waste, even with the dirt flop.
Hey, Jimmy, did you see it drop?
Tootsie Pop,
Papa, never stop. Even if it drops, we'll make it pop. Oh, no, no,
a good finish.
a chance I'd stop. Sweets too rare to waste, even with the dirt, flop, flop. Hey, Jimmy, did you see it drop?
Tootsie Pop, I'll pop a damn it drop. You want me to buy another 50 cents a pop? Digging deeper in my pockets, girl, you just won't stop. Sweets too rare to waste, even with dirt on a Tootsie Pop. Tootsie Pop, I'll never stop. Even if it drops, we'll make it pop.
Man, they got a lot of trouble for a Tootsie Pop. Damn. We're going to be getting those big Tootsie Pops, 50 cents a pop. All right. Hey, you know what? Like, sometimes when I'm playing online games like Grand Theft Auto or something, right? Sometimes I make a female character. I found out a long time ago playing Final Fantasy XI that if I make a female character, that high rank or high level players are more apt to give you help. It's serious because they'll start flirting with you and stuff and give you items and stuff. So it makes grinding a whole lot easier. And whenever I was doing that, playing Final Fantasy XI, I'd never tell them that I was a guy. I'd never tell them I was a girl. They'd say, "Are you really a girl?" And I wouldn't say a word. I'd change the subject entirely. Well, hey, let's go. There's some goblins over there. Let's go get them. You know, I changed the subject right away. You know, so here's a song I wrote called "Fictosexual" because, God dang it, like just this year, two people were trying to hit on me because I was playing my character in GTA that I like to call Barbie. So they thought I was a girl. And, well, it was funny. I had to really work hard to convince them I wasn't a girl. Anyway, it inspired me to write this song. It's called Fictosexual. Here you go.
Welcome to the land of lonely dreams, where men fall in love with the loading screen. I met her in GTA, her curves were polygons. Told me she was real, but her mic was always gone. She danced in her undies at the unicorn show. I tipped her GTA cash, now I'm broken alone. She never logged off, but she never logged in. I've been DMing shadows, trying to win a digital sin. She never logged off, she's my waifu dream. Controlled by a dude with a beard and a scream. Yo, she was thick in them pixels, I was lost in the jiggle. Tried sexting and Avatar, got roasted in the middle. Hope your lotion don't run out, she said with a smirk. Then I found out she's a dude named Dirk who works in tech support. Damn! He thought she was real, but the jiggle was fake. Now he's crying in the shower, whispering for goodness sake. She never logged off, but I'm still online. Thought I found love, but it was a trap in disguise. She never logged off, but the thirst was mine. I should have touched grass instead of pressing R3 9 times.
Next time you see a sexy avatar, remember, that might just be Zanire, waiting to clown your ass.
here's the character I was playing, and somebody there started getting like hot and bothered when they saw this cartoon character. I don't know, I'd hate to see them whenever they watch Roger Rabbit. Anyhow, let's see what else that we could do besides that. Oh, did you hear about this here? Like, 3-Eye Atlas just did something impossible. People are saying that it's an alien spacecraft. Armageddon. Doom and gloom. Oh, what's this here? Israel Netanyahu speech at UN General Assembly. Going to hear his speech? Well, how much time do we got left? Well, we'll go ahead. Let's see. His speech is probably pretty fucking long, I would imagine. I would think. Where's that timestamp at? Dad, blame it. Oh, this is live. Okay, let's go.
Of lives. But, ladies and gentlemen, we must remain vigilant. We must remain absolutely clear-minded and vigilant. We must not allow Iran to rebuild its military nuclear capacities. Iran's stockpiles of enriched uranium, these stockpiles must be eliminated. And tomorrow, UN Security Council sanctions on Iran must be snapped back.
He's a warmonger.
Thanks to the resolve of our people, the courage of our soldiers, and the bold decisions we took, Israel rebounded from its darkest day to deliver one of the most stunning military comebacks in history.
Oh, yeah, by slaughtering all those children.
We're not done yet.
Yeah, yeah.
The final elements, the final remnants of Hamas are holed up in Gaza City. They vow to repeat the atrocities of October 7th again and again and again, no matter how diminished their forces.
Look what you're doing.
That is why Israel must finish the job. That is why we want to do so as fast as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, much of the world no longer remembers October 7th.
I remember it.
But we remember. Israel remembers October 7th. On that day, well, I'll tell you, you can remember October 7th too. You see this large pin here? It's a QR code. What I ask you to do is hold up your phones,
I won't do
zoom
it.
in.
No, don't do it.
And you too will see why we fight and why we must win.
And they might put some kind of code on your phone,
It's all
too.
in here.
No.
On October 7th, Hamas carried out the worst attack on Jews since the Holocaust.
Yeah, you could thank
They
Trump
slaughtered
for that.
1,200 innocent people, including over 40 Americans and foreign nationals from dozens of countries represented here. They beheaded men. They raped women. They burnt babies alive. They burnt babies alive in front of their parents.
Yeah, it's
What
horrible.
monsters.
I know. It's
And
fucked.
these monsters took more than 250 people hostage. And those included Holocaust survivors, grandmothers and their grandchildren. Who takes hostage grandmothers and grandchildren? Hamas does. So far, we've brought home 207 of these hostages, but 48 still remain in the dungeons of Gaza. 20 of them are alive, starved, tortured, deprived of any daylight, deprived of humanity. These are the names of the 20 living hostages. Matan Angrest, Gali and Zerv Berman, brothers, Elkanah Buchbot, Rom Braslavsky, Nimrod Cohen, Ariel and David Cunyo, another pair of brothers, Guy Gilboa Dalal, Eviatar David. You saw
You hear that?
You saw the picture of Evyatar David, emaciated, forced to dig his own grave.
Yeah, it sucks,
Maxim
doesn't it?
Herkin, Eitan Horn, Segev Kalfon, Bar Kupperstein, Omri Meran, Eitan Moore, Yosef Chaim Ochana, Alon Ohel, Avinatam Or, and Matan Tsengarker. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to do something I've never done before. I want to speak from this forum directly to those hostages through loudspeakers. I've surrounded Gaza with massive loudspeakers connected to this microphone in the hope that our dear hostages will hear my message. And I'll say it first in Hebrew and then in English. אחינו הגיבורים, מדבר ראש הממשלה בנימין נתניהו. אני פונה עליכם מעל בימת האו"ם. לא שכחנו אתכם, אפילו לא לשנייה. העם כולו איתכם, ואנחנו לא נשקוט ולא נרפה עד שנחזיר את כולכם הביתה, החיים והחללים כאחד. Our brave heroes. This is Prime Minister Netanyahu speaking to you live from the United Nations. We have not forgotten you, not even for a second. The people of Israel are with you. We will not falter and we will not rest until we bring all of you home. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks to special efforts by Israeli intelligence, my words are now also being carried. They're streamed live to the cell phones of Gazans. So to the remaining Hamas leaders and to the jailers of our hostages, I now say, lay down your arms. Let my people go. Free the hostages, all of them, the whole 48. Free the hostages now. If you do, you will live. If you don't, Israel will hunt you down. Ladies and gentlemen,
Hunt you down.
if Hamas agrees to our demands, the war could end right now. Gaza would be demilitarized, Israel would retain overriding security control, and a peaceful civilian authority would be established by Gazans and others committed to peace with Israel. And of course, you understand that the war in Gaza has affected every Israeli. But I'm sure there are people in New York or in London
Israelis.
or in Melbourne and elsewhere who are probably thinking, what does all of this have to do with me? And the answer is everything. Because our enemies are your enemies. So let's do something else first at the UN. Let's do a pop quiz. And raise your hand if you know the answer. Here's the first question. Who shouts death to America? Is it A, Iran, B, Hamas, C, Hezbollah,
And why do they
D,
say
the
that?
Houthis, or
Why
E,
do they shout that?
all of the above?
Why do they shout that?
All of the above.
Why do they shout
Correct. All of the above. Second question.
that? Why do they shout that?
Who has murdered Americans and Europeans in cold blood? Is it A, Al-Qaeda, B, Hamas, C, Hezbollah, D, Iran, or E, all of the above? Correct. Again. So here's the point I wanted to make. Our enemies hate all of us with equal venom.
Wow, a wonderful.
They want to drag the modern world back to the past, to a dark age of violence, fanaticism, and terror. I think many of you are already feeling in your own societies the radical Islamist surge. You know, I'm sure you do, you know deep down that Israel Israel is fighting your fight. So I want to tell you a secret. Behind closed doors, many of the leaders who publicly condemn us privately thank us.
Well, name them.
They tell me how much they value Israel's superb intelligence services that have prevented time and again terrorist attacks in their capitals, time and again saving countless lives. General George Keegan, former head of U.S. Air Force intelligence, once said, "If the United States had to gather on its own the intelligence that Israel gives us, we would have to establish 5 CIAs. 5 CIAs. This past..."
All right, you guys, you know where to find that. You can find it on YouTube just fine. But I sympathize with the people who lost loved ones. It was a horrible, horrible thing. All the killing and the murdering and the raping and all that. But the death of how much, 1,200, 1,500 Israelis does not justify murdering thousands upon thousands. I don't know, what is it, 100,000? I'm not sure. But that didn't justify wholesale destruction like that. They were cowards. They said, "We will hunt you out." They ain't hunting jack shit out. They're bombing. If they just started out sending massive troops in there, going house to house, tunnel to tunnel, rooting them out hither and thither, maybe there wouldn't be all that slaughter, and maybe we wouldn't have starvation. But no, they have to use a hammer when they should use a scalpel. I don't agree with what he's saying. Yeah, those people are pissed. No wonder they kill Americans. We're helping fund them, sending money over there to build illegal settlements in the West Bank. Don't take my word for it. You can find that on YouTube or wherever really, really easily. Just, put in like evangelical Christians sending money to Israel to build illegal settlements or anything like that. And you'll find plenty of it because they send millions and millions of dollars over there and the Israeli government lets them. So, hey, I can't blame those people for getting pissed. It's horrible what they did, killing all those folks. Yeah, and they should be hunted down and all that. But damn, my neighbor's dog bark. It was pissing me off so bad I couldn't hardly stand it because it would not shut up. That doesn't justify me going over there and burning her fucking house down. You understand what I'm saying? So, anyway, let's get off of that dark topic.
There's no more time.
Oops. Yeah. Let's get off that dark topic and get onto a different dark topic. Oh, yeah. The MAGA Christians are going. Yeah, MAGA Christians are furious because they didn't get to be raptured. They were all happy about it. There's all kinds of videos about these people being so overjoyed because on the 23rd, they were absolutely sure they were going to be raptured. People were selling their cars and their houses. I mean, it was crazy. So let's listen to what this lady says. Apparently, she's one of those disappointed folks. Oops.
You need to repent now. I don't want you to be left behind. And guys, maybe I'm not telling this right, but this was so emotional, this dream. It was so real. I had been praying last night for the Lord to reveal to me anything that Lord, is it soon? Will that great and terrible day of the Lord happen? Will the tribulation and the rapture happen at the same time? And, I had a restless sleep, no dreams, no anything until this morning. And so in this dream, it's a beautiful day, at least it looked like a beautiful day, and I'm just about to sit down to join her, and I look out on the water and I see black swirling clouds rolling in, like towards us. And I just completely lost it. I started screaming to everybody. I'm like, Jesus is coming. And nobody was listening to me. Some were making fun of me. I'm like, everyone needs to repent now. He's coming. And I dropped to my knees and my eyes were closed. I'm like, please. Like I was begging them. I'm like, if you don't know Jesus, repent now. He is coming. And when I opened my eyes, they had all fled. They had all left the room except for my best friend, who was still smiling like there was nothing wrong. And I'm begging her. I mean, I am bawling my eyes out.
All right, so here it is.
Hey, she was doing it for the wrong reasons, right? I beg you, before the rapture comes, you need to hurry up and repent. So these people, if they heard that, or some people might hear that and say, oh gee, Jesus is coming and I don't want to get thrown into hell, so I better repent. Well, that's no reason to repent, right? You don't repent because you're afraid of getting thrown to hell. You repent because you love Jesus and you love that doctrine and everything. These people are fucking wrong-minded, like crazy about this stuff. And now they're all sad and worried.
There just wasn't room in the van, and Jesus said he'd be right back for me. So I still mean back
To lead his flock to the heavens. God needs me to continue going viral on TikTok predicting raptures because
behind the van, and Jesus said he'd be right back for me.
Yeah.
So I still mean everything I said.
Put out your thumb, bro.
Shut up. They're coming for... I wasn't left behind like you sinners. Jesus even told me, he said, you sure you don't mind? But since there's not room. And I said, I don't mind at all, JC. And he said, that's why you're my favorite. I'm his favorite. He said he'd be right back. So to everyone calling all of us delusional, I have news for you.
What?
I even made sure, I asked him, I said, are you sure? He said, of course, my child, I will always be back for you because I love you.
Eventually.
And after he said, I said, I maxed out on my credit card. I'm about $43,737 in debt now.
Holy crap.
So you're positive? And he said, that's a debt I would never have to pay.
Oh, so that's it.
Because he's coming back.
That's it. He thinks that he can rack up tons of debt and then get out of it because he's getting all raptured up. Oh boy, oh boy. That guy, he's got a hard reckoning coming up. Because, what happens in 5 years? All these debt collectors are coming to get ya. You ain't got raptured and they're knocking on the door. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to be that fellow. Anyway, that's what's been going on with the rapture scene, and now they're kind of getting a little bit upset because they didn't actually get raptured and everything. So the best thing to do is just go ahead and live your life. Don't worry about it. I mean, hell, I got loved ones gone and I miss them and all that. And I know, a lot of people, they probably want to go to heaven so they can meet up with their loved ones, their mom or dad. No, I'm what I consider a geriatric orphan because both of my parents, they gone, But I accept that, and then one day I will be gone too, into oblivion. That's my philosophy. But I've had people that like Joanne. Whenever she passed away, that about ripped my damn heart out. Makes me want to start choking up just even thinking about it. So I better kind of not think too much about that little episode. But anyway, here's a song I wrote. It's called loved ones gone.
We were the three musketeers covered in dirt. There was no danger, we wouldn't flirt. Brian's laughter echoes in the back of my mind. Taylor's wisdom lingers like fine aged wine. Too soon, the chapter's closed. I'm stuck in the present, feeling alone. Each birthday candle feels like a weight, celebrating life while mourning fate. Aging's a gift wrapped in pain, sunshine mixed with relentless rain. For those untouched by sorrow's sting, prepare your hearts for what time will bring. Gone by, a tapestry of days, woven with joy, stitched with grace. Friends depart like leaves in the breeze. They gave me memories, thoughts that please. Their voices fade, their memories stay, guiding me through another day. I speak their names, faces come to mind. Keep their spirit, 'cause I'm left behind. Wrapped in pain, sunshine mixed with relentless rain. For those untouched by sorrow's sting, prepare your hearts for what time will bring. Time's a thief, takes the ones you love. You're alone there in heaven above, stealing moments that could be had, leaving you here sometimes feeling bad. Embrace the now, honor the past. As long as you breathe, their memory will last. So when you find yourself alone, remember seeds of love they've sown. Though they're gone, you carry the flame in your heart, and stories they live again.
The images you're seeing. You know, it's like a trade-off. Sorry for getting emotional, but that one does it. Just think about it. The older you get, the more people you see go before you. I don't know who's going next. Like, I could go next. Somebody else I love could go next. And that's kind of like the trade-off you get for growing older. Seeing everybody go before you. Think about it. If a 100-year-old person, I'm 68. You know, think of a 100-year-old person, all the people they've seen go. But the trade-off is experience in life and hopefully wisdom. Go to stars. So, Well, we better play something a little lighter so that I can get out of this frame of mind that I done put myself in. How about we'll play Golden Boy Flakes. I bet you can guess who this song's about.
Power plays are being made, criminals trying to get paid, righteous people in the way, giving criminals a bad day.
In the land where power plays unfold, a voice rose up, a fearless soul. They tried to silence, to instill fear. She stood tall, her mission clear. Flakes of gold falling down, revealing right beneath the crown. The golden boy shine once so bright, a gilded layer then flakes off. As justice light won't be swayed, golden boy gild flakes
And dearly pays.
Threats were made, intentions stark. She ignited a defiant spark. Come and get me, she declared aloud. Her courage echoed through the crowd.
Flakes of gold falling down, revealing right beneath the crown. The golden boy shine once so bright, a gilded layer then flakes off. As justice light won't be swayed, golden boy gild flakes
And dearly pays.
No longer masked by golden hue, the core exposed.
There are in view
A reckoning
of turning tide.
with voices rising side by side. Flakes of gold falling down,
revealing right beneath the crown. The golden boy shine once so bright, a gilded layer then flakes off. As justice light won't be swayed, golden boy gild flakes
And dearly pays.
unity. They see what's not beneath the guild. Golden boy flakes hide rock. The golden boy's facade now flakes. Now we all see the real. Wow.
Yep. That golden crown is like faded very, very thinly, and it's starting to flake off those golden flakes. All right. I'm a little bit more cheery now. Well, that last song right there, it brought back memories and stuff that flow into your mind, and it affects you. Sound is a powerful weapon. Anyway, that could be good or bad, right? Okay. Let's listen to this song called Watch It Burn.
Orange face guy with the same old tune. Head like a circus clown balloon. Spitting lies with practiced ease. Ain't you had enough of this sleaze? Look over here, look and see. Snake oil special, buy one, get one free. Drink it down, play the circus clown while your brain goes round and round and round. Blah, 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 na, na, na. Blowing hot air everywhere. Watch it burn while no one learns. Are you fucking kidding me? Red hat spinning in a dizzy spell. Drinking Kool-Aid from a golden well. Own the libs, they scream and shout while their wallets turn inside out. stage, the tangerine dream leading his parade. A failed regime, silver spoon kids playing tough, while the rat king tweets his stuff. Blah blah blah, na na na, blowing hot air everywhere. Watch it burn while no one learns. Are you fucking kidding me? Rockets and Twitter stocks, empty promises and building blocks. Daddy's money opened every door, now he's coming back for more. Left and right about to ignite, everyone spoiling for a fight. Truth gets twisted, facts get bent, democracy's about to get spent. Blah blah blah, na na na. Just won't stop, tearing down the house of cards, leaving nothing but battle scars. Rally crowds all screaming loud, drinking lies and feeling proud. What you got to lose, he said, while counting gold and seeing red. Blah blah blah, na na na, blowing hot air everywhere. Watch it burn while no one learns. Are you fucking kidding me? Words like weapons, sharp and mean. Democracy torn, the people scream. Red hats bobbing in the night, the day the truth lost the fight. Hot air's all that's left to breathe. Are you fucking kidding me? Fucking kidding me?
Yeah, that's all we get out of those power monger and greedy SOB politicians is a bunch of hot air blowing everywhere. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, listen to one of Trump's speeches. He pads his speeches so much they're overstuffed. It's incredible. He'll say something 5 or 6 times. Honestly, 5 or 6 times he'll say something. He uses different ways to say something 5 or 6 times. 5 or 6 times. Not like 2 or 3, but 5 or 6. And you notice what I did? That's like what Trump does. Padding the shit out of stuff. But, you know, I found this file. It's called We Don't Want Pity. And I kind of forgot about it. And I'll probably remember about it once we start listening to it. So here it goes.
I didn't read about suffering in a book.
Oh, yeah.
I lived it, felt it in my bones, in my stomach, in the way people looked at me, like I didn't belong,
right?
Like I didn't matter. I grew up in the shadow of the old South, where Jim Crow wasn't just a law, it was the air we breathed. But I kept breathing.
Suffocating.
I know what it's like to go without, to see your folks work themselves sick and still fall short, to choose between heat and food, to fix everything with nothing. And through it all, I saw the truth. This system doesn't care about us. It never did. But we keep it running. We're the gears. We're the fire. And now, I'm not waiting for permission. I'm not asking for reform.
No.
I'm calling for reckoning, because I didn't survive all that just to watch another generation get ground down. I am Zenoyer, and I fight for those who were never meant to survive. We don't want pity. We want justice. Then we will not be ignored.
It's not being ignored. Not fucking being ignored. I make a lot of things. That's right, you know. Hey, we're all in this together. It don't matter if you ain't rich. If you ain't rich and you support the Republican Party, you're on the wrong side. All right? If you're a working folks, get on the right side. which is the left side. Right? Okay, let's play this song called, or speech, I forget which one it is. Rogue President, probably a speech.
Title:
Yeah.
Responding to a Rogue President, the
Yeah.
People's
Oh,
Last Line of Defense.
Yeah, this is
1.
important.
The scenario: a president
Now, this is very important. You should listen to it. I should have played it sooner. I'm sorry. My bad.
above the law. A sitting president has openly defied a court order, using wartime powers to deport individuals in direct violation of judicial rulings. A federal judge has ruled against the administration, demanding that deported individuals be returned and that the illegal process cease immediately.
Yeah.
Instead of complying, the president continues to act as if no ruling exists. The courts have lost their enforcement power, Congress hesitates to act, and federal law enforcement refuses to intervene. To escalate matters further, the president has now called for the judge's impeachment, labeling them a rogue judge. This is an outright attempt to undermine the judiciary and solidify unchecked executive power.
Yeah.
The courts are now under direct political attack, making this not just a constitutional crisis, but a blatant power grab. This is the moment where constitutional government begins to crumble. A president who is above the law today may ignore elections, extend their rule, or suppress opposition tomorrow.
Hell no.
If institutions fail to rein them in, the people themselves must act.
Yeah, that's all I got
2.
left.
The institutional response. Where are the checks?
Right.
A. The judiciary. The courts are meant to be a check on executive power, but they rely on the executive branch to enforce their rulings. If the president refuses to comply, the judiciary is rendered powerless. Now, with direct threats against the judiciary, the independence of the courts is under siege. B. Congress. The legislative branch holds impeachment power, but if it is unwilling or unable to act due to political paralysis,
right,
then the law-breaking continues unchecked.
Political paralysis caused by a partisan Congress. That's why we have to have a nonpartisan Congress, nonpartisan Speaker of the House. There can be parties in there, but that Speaker of the House and those committee chairs, they have got to be nonpartisan.
The Democratic Party, in particular, has faced criticism for its inaction and inability to counterbalance this crisis effectively. If party leadership lacks the will or courage to fight, then the people must step in and take up the slack.
That's right.
C. Law enforcement. If agencies such as the U.S. Marshals, FBI, or military leadership refuse to act, either out of loyalty or fear, then the government is no longer bound by law.
Right.
It is bound only by force. At this stage, the institutions have failed. That leaves only one force capable of restoring constitutional order: the people. 3. The power of the people, a peaceful insurrection.
Yeah.
If the government has abandoned the rule of law, mass mobilization must begin.
Yeah.
The most effective and least destructive way to force compliance is through economic and social disruption.
Right.
A. The general strike, withholding labor and consumption.
Right.
Workers across industries stop working, bringing the economy to a halt. Consumers refuse to spend money, shutting down commerce. Rent and debt strikes put financial pressure on landlords and banks. Local bartering networks allow survival without reliance on the corporate economy. B. Rolling protests, decentralized and unpredictable resistance.
Yeah.
Protesters gather in high visibility locations, then disperse the moment law enforcement arrives. New protests emerge randomly, keeping authorities constantly reactive. Traffic disruptions and economic blockades add pressure to those enabling the rogue administration. Digital coordination using encrypted communication ensures secure planning and adaptability. Fake outs and misinformation confuse law enforcement, forcing them to chase phantom protests while real disruptions occur elsewhere.
What was the protest? It's like pausing there.
See law enforcement fatigue and institutional collapse. Continuous economic and civic disruptions exhaust government resources.
That's right.
Businesses pressure the government to restore stability. Internal divisions grow within law enforcement, and the administration as public defiance spreads. The endgame, forcing a reckoning.
Right.
The goal is not chaos for its own sake.
Yeah.
The objective is to restore the rule of law by making the country ungovernable until the rogue president is removed or forced to comply.
Or bad policy, or something that we want, like a thriving wage and a cost of living increase every single year.
This is the power of the people. A government that does not serve them cannot function without them. If all else fails, history has shown that a government that loses legitimacy is ultimately overthrown.
Yep.
The people must be ready, organized, and committed to seeing it through. Because if they do nothing, the next step after defying court orders could be defying elections, suppressing dissent, and solidifying autocratic rule. The time to act is before the situation becomes irreversible.
He's already suppressing dissent. You know it. Look at all those networks that he's threatened, CBS, Paramount, and all that. He threatens anybody who doesn't toe the party line. Fired that lady because she wouldn't like preemptively approve some quack medications. They talk about the left being cancel culture. Whatever. Give me a break. Left ain't no cancel culture, man. Oh, yeah. What's wrong with these people? Here. We'll play the Buffalo Nose, and then I have to call it a day. I appreciate everybody showing up. If you like what you see over here, give me a like and a share and all that kind of garbage. But especially share the messages, because this is so important about the nonpartisan Congress and all that. I'm going to be hammering this stuff every freaking time I come on here until I see it. And Sunday, we have the Sunday show, Sinful Sunday. I like to do it on Sunday morning because, you know why? Because it's like a stick it in their eye. I don't believe in any of that stuff. They do. So, anyhow, we'll play the Buffalo News in closing. This is about Buffalo pacifism. What that means is Buffalo pacifism. What that means is you're a peaceful person. You don't go around causing trouble, stirring up shit. But if there's no other way, you have to kick some ass. That's it. That includes those Republicans. They're starting to make threats and shit. They really are. They're starting to make some physical type threats. They got to remember, you got to remember that the left are fucking armed to the teeth. We just don't go around bragging about it. Dig it? So, anyhow, don't go bragging about it if you got lots of guns. All right? Just keep that under your hat. Because those fools are asking for some bad trouble. I swear. I want them to calm the shit down. Buffalo pacifism. Here we go. You guys take care. We'll see you Sunday. Oh, yeah.
The Buffalo
the peaceful buffalo. The buffalo is in the know. Wise old beast, violence to cease. When buffalo, violence they meet. It grazes slow in plains of grass, under the sky, and oh so vast. It bows to none, it holds its ground, but when provoked, it makes thunder sound. It doesn't boast, it doesn't brag, doesn't wave a nation's flag. Mess with the herd, the calf, the kin, then fury begins from deep within. The buffalo, the mighty buffalo, big and strong, not here for show. It hates the fight, but fights for right. It'll crush the threat onto great might. It turns away from petty threats, but it remembers, it never forgets. It doesn't hunt, it doesn't scheme, but it will end your blood-soaked dream. The buffalo, the wise buffalo, its peace runs deep, it's in the know. But strike it first, or draw the blade, and watch the buffalo end your days. We don't want to fight you, not because we're weak, but because we've seen what fighting does. So violence we don't seek. The buffalo, the powerful buffalo, a peaceful kid with power like a volcano. Strike it first, or make a threat. Watch the buffalo call your bet. It puts people in the ground. Mothers make woeful sounds. It puts children into pain. Homes become silence. Words said in vain. We don't want to fight you, because we know someone might die. 'Cause even the winner loses something. Their immortal soul. Don't mistake that for surrender. If you come for the innocent, if you threaten the buffalo herd, tell your soul be sent. That's why peace should be your way. So buffalo pacifism doesn't end your days.